Hi, I am Dr. Esther from Korea. Thank you for joining this Spiritual Bread TV. In Korea, there is a saying, words become seed, meaning to say something really happened according to what we said. This kind of proverbs are also in your country. Anyway, like this, the power of tongue is very important, especially to the Christian, it is more important. That is why psalmist said like this, even before there is a word on my tongue, behold, O Lord, you know it all. It is terrifying. God knows every word, what we say. And more terrifying is that God can fulfill what we said. Remember what kind of word you utter these several days. And that if God fulfill according to what you said, it must be very dreadful. So let us think about this issue through the book of Numbers, chapter 14. If only we had died in Egypt or in this desert, why is the Lord bringing us to this land only to let us fall by the sword? Our wives and children will be taken as plunder. Wouldn't it be better for us to go back to Egypt? And they said to each other, we should choose a leader and go back to Egypt. After Israelites made a successful exodus under the leadership of Moses and Aaron, they are about to enter the promised land where they are long to enter. But before that, they wanted to send 12 spies. So Moses sent 12 spies from 12 tribes. Then after that, the spies returned and reported. But those who experienced the same thing, the report was totally different. By this time, Israelites terribly forgot what God has done to them while they are free from Egypt. All the miracles they totally forgot, including 10 spies. And 10 spies said, it is right, the land is really the land with milk and honey. It's beautiful, but we cannot conquer them at all. Why? Because the cities are fortified, they are all powerful, they are big guys, making the congregation so disappointed. But Joshua and Caleb tore their clothes. No, it is not true. If God with us, we can conquer them. We can eat them. Actually, they are our bread. While 10 spies said ourselves are like a grasshopper, this Joshua and Caleb said, they are our bread. Why this kind of difference happen? While 10 spies look at only the visible problem, Joshua and Caleb look at God who is behind the problem and the bigger than the problems. So 10 spies pour out their evil word from their unbelief, while Joshua and Caleb spoke from their belief. Then the congregation, who were totally disappointed, wept whole night. And then they pour out the evil word which we read a while ago. And then God intervened. Okay, you forgot what I have done for you, my miraculous powers, you forgot, then I will do according to what you said. So what happened? Two different groups. 10 spies were killed because of the plague. And then the first generation, who was able to enter the promised land in about 2 weeks, they had to wait for 40 years, which was an extension of 40 days of spying. So all the generation who grumbled against God and leaders died in the wilderness within 40 years. And then 2 spies, Joseph and Caleb, only enter the promised land as the old men. And what happened to the children whom the parents worry about? They grown up healthily and then enter the promised land as the second generation. It is same to us. Even though we experience same thing, we can say from our belief or from our unbelief. We are looking at only problem itself or God who is behind the problem and bigger than the problem. Our words can be categorized into three parts. First one is we can say to God. It is prayer. Another one is that we can say to others and to ourselves. I want you to pay attention to second one because God called us to be the salt and light and also live godly life. And then how to use tongue, what kind of word we utter is very, very important. Even though we are Christians, we might make mistakes like negative words, judging words, even backbiting, gossips. God is listening to all our single words. And then He can fulfill some part what we said. So we need to remind what Apostle Paul said in the book of Ephesians chapter 4. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. Let me share with you one of beautiful testimony regarding this from one of my professors whom I respect and also who taught me theology must be completed in our practical life. These professors couple are medical doctor. Later, my professor studied theology as well, and then he became the theologian. And then while they are studying in America, they had one daughter. Because of their study, this young girl grown up together with the grandmother, who always watch Korean drama, especially dramas in old history in Korea. That's why she learned old style Korean but cannot speak English. While she was in kindergarten, one day the teacher called the dad. For convenience sake, let us call her Jenny. Teacher said, Jenny is very introverted. She never get along with other kids, and especially her academic capability is very poor. So after serious thinking, this parent decided to send Jenny 1 year later entering the elementary school. And then imagine how much this parent's heart was broken because they are elite, but their only one daughter is very poor child having difficulties in the school. So when Jenny was in the 3rd grade in elementary, one day the dad had a very serious conversation with her. Jenny, A, B, C, D, which you get from the school, is not for grading, but it's like a vitamin. So you need to eat vitamin evenly to be healthy. Then this poor child's face was brightened. So often, whenever she came back home, shouted, "Daddy, vitamin C!" However, more serious problem happened when she was in the 4th grade when she got F of math. She was so disappointed. This time, Daddy also was very angry, so he wanted to rebuke. However, he controlled his emotion and said, "Jenny, I'm so proud of you." And Jenny looked up Dad in amazement. Then Daddy said, "I'm proud of you because if you cheated, you would receive D. Then how much you are honest child, it is proved." Then Jenny was very happy. Then you know what happened now to Jenny, who is grown up? Jenny not only entered one of Ivy League universities in America, she graduated that university as top. And she is currently working in America as an international lawyer. How this kind of miracle happened to this poor child? It is the power of tongue of the parents who always encourage Jenny with positive words. Of course, not only that, they must have prayed hard for their poor child to God. Yes, tongue is one of the smallest organ in our body, but it has greatest power. So we need to be very careful to use our tongue so that we can be the channel of blessing, encouraging others, building others, and glorify His name in this world. Amen.